A very good morning. You're watching News 9 with me, Akshita. Well, election authorities have rejected nomination papers of 34 candidates out of 78 contestants in Varanasi Lok Sabha seats. The move now leaves 44 persons in the fray, including Narendra Modi and AAP's Arvind Kejriwal. Following scrutiny of all nominations today, the election office said the candidature of 34 persons have been rejected, which included independent P.N. Ramachandran, nephew of late sandalwood smuggler Veerappan. Interestingly, the nomination of Miraj Khalid Noor, a lookalike of slain Al-Qaeda chief Osama bin Laden, has also been rejected. It looks like everyone wants to enter the battle in Varanasi there. The Election Commission, keeping that in mind, has put up strict guidelines and hence has rejected almost 34 of them. Among them, of course, the famous candidates will be Bihar's Osama bin Laden, as he is called. He is a lookalike of Osama, and besides that is Veerappan's nephew. In fact, this particular man you see on your screens is Miraj Khalid Noor, who is considered to be a lookalike of Osama bin Laden. Also, of course, he is the president of a new political outfit called Ram India. However, it looks like he has not made the cut, as the Election Commission has now gone ahead and stated that his particular nomination has been rejected. And this is the case for yet another person, P.N. Ramachandran, who is an independent candidate, but of course was in the highlight due to the fact that he is the nephew of late Sandalwood Brigade Veerappan. So, of course, these are the two names among about 34 of them who were in fact rejected by the Election Commission. In all, about 77 independents and other small-timers had in fact nominated their own names for the upcoming elections, putting up quite a difficult task for the Election Commission. Finally, based on a certain scrutinies, they have gone ahead and narrowed down about 43 of them, and 34 of them have faced rejection. And among them is Bihar's very own Osama bin Laden and, of course, Veerappan's nephew. Of course, Narendra Modi and Arvind Kejriwal will not have it easy. Remember, last time around in the general elections, we saw Murli Manohar Joshi contesting for the BJP, and even then he faced quite a bit of tough opposition, barely made it through based on the kind of competition he received from an independent Mukhtar Ansari. So these independent candidates do play a very big role in the politics in Varanasi. And of course, already we're looking at about 43 people going ahead and battling it out against Narendra Modi and Arvind Kejriwal. And besides that, 34 of them have been shown the door, and among them are Bihar's very own Osama bin Laden, which is Miraj Khalid Noor, and of course Ramachandran, who is a late Veerappan's nephew. Remember, Narendra Modi only recently filed his nomination, and even then we saw him having to wait for about 23 minutes outside the office, keeping in mind that several independent candidates were going ahead and filing their nominations. So the DC office in Varanasi has also seen a huge crowd coming in, and of course we all know that politics is very active in the Hindu heartland of Varanasi, but of course this is definitely something that the EC would not have anticipated. In all, there were about 77 people who wanted to go ahead and contest for the Lok Sabha seat from Varanasi, and now 43 people have been given the go-ahead, while 34 have been rejected by the Election Commission. Seeing that so many people had turned up, it looks like the EC put in some strict rules and laws with regards to who can be a candidate and who cannot, and it is based on this that two people who were in fact catching the eyes of many have in fact been rejected. One of them is a lookalike of Osama bin Laden. He has been identified as Khalid Majid Noor, and besides that, we've got Sandwood Brigade late Veerappan's nephew Ramachandran, who has also been rejected. Ramachandran has been fielded himself as an independent, and while Khalid had in fact represented a new political outfit called the Ram Party. Well, my colleague Verghese joins us with more information. Verghese, it definitely looks like politics is very alive in Varanasi. 77 people going ahead and giving in their names to contest in the upcoming elections, but it looks like it is rejection for 34 of them.
It is, and still it could make its way into the fold of Guinness Book of World Records if all the 44 contest without withdrawing from their candidature. In fact, it will be going. The constituency, in fact, has seen the highest in the country with regards to the number of people. There are around 20 independents who will be contesting in this particular constituency, while the others, 5 are from the national parties that are there, and there are others also from outfits, smaller outfits, from which they will be contesting. So it is a very interesting mix of people who are contesting of it. However, the 30 odd of them couldn't be able to contest as the EC has rejected their particular candidature based on several reasons, and in that the famous one include Veerappan's nephew Ramachandran, as well as the Osama bin Laden of Bihar, as he is known, Noor. So these two people will be not contesting in this particular elections. But of course, still it is a humongous number of 44 people who will be contesting. And of course, the last day, we'll have to wait and watch till the last day when on April 28th, they'll be given a chance to withdraw their nomination. So the exact numbers we'll come to know on April 28th. But still, it seems that it has a chance that this particular elections in Varanasi will go down in the Guinness Book of World Records with 44 candidates being in the fray. But some of the rejected people also will be quite disappointed because 34 people have been rejected, of which 2 of them had a similar name. So the name of Narendra Sharma has been rejected because it rhymes with, it is very similar to the name of the BJP Prime Minister hopeful. So there are several rejections also that is there, but at the same time, several interesting candidates also will be there to, in fact, give their chance at this particular elections. And when Ramachandran was asked when he filed his nomination why he would like to contest from this particular constituency, he says that it is his hobby to contest against powerful people. In fact, he's also filed his nomination papers in Amethi against Rahul Gandhi. So clearly a kind of hobbyist over there who wants to contest against powerful people. And then we have the top contenders, of course, being Narendra Modi and Kejriwal and Rai from the Congress. These are the people whom we'll be looking for, but still a humongous number for a lot of people, Akshita.
Right, Verghese, and now we have seen that come in Varanasi, politics is very different. We've seen independents play a huge role in politics there. Last time around also, Murli Manohar Joshi faced some tough competition from Mukhtar Ansari, and in this particular case, maybe people have drawn inspiration from the same and decided to go ahead and come out in full flow to contest the Lok Sabha elections. But also, if you could take us through the Election Commission's rules with regards to this, considering that they did reject 34 candidates. On what basis was that rejection?
Well, it could be several things, especially incomplete affidavits, incomplete form registration, or lack of clarity in the affidavits that have been filed. There could be several reasons as this that would have been reasonable enough, or also whether the person is a serious contender or not also would have been taken into note by the Election Commission before it would have rejected so many candidates. And if you look at it, 78 people had in fact filed their nominations for this particular constituency, making it one of the largest in the country. And of course, there had to be some method of bringing sanity to it. We cannot have, if it is going to be that number of people, you can't use your EVMs and you'll have to go for a poll ballot. So there are a lot of logistical constraints also that will come into focus with so many names in. So, but still, again, it is 44, and the EC has been able to reduce it only to 44. And in that, there are 20 independent candidates and 19 from state parties or smaller outfits and 5 from the national parties. Still, it is a humongous number But there is a hope is that on April 20th is the last day to withdraw your nomination. So probably we might see a few of them withdrawing their nominations by April 28th, and by then probably the numbers would come down, Akshita.
Right, Varghese. Also, of course, it will be very interesting to see exactly how the elections are carried out now in Varanasi. Will EVM still be used, considering that we're looking at about 44 candidates?
Well, only after the final numbers are come into the account of the Election Commission will they in fact decide whether to go for EVMs or for a poll ballot, so paper ballot. So these are the issues that will be concerned only after the 28th, because after the 28th there will be a final number which will be fixed upon the number of candidates who will be in fact voting, because by then there are chances that a lot of them might withdraw their candidature, Akshita. So only then can we decide whether if the number from which we get after the withdrawal of nominations, that whether it can be used on EVMs or we have to go for a poll paper ballot with regards to this, Akshita.
Right, Varghese. Thank you so much for joining us with all those details. But quite clearly, Varanasi saw one of the highest number of nominations in this Lok Sabha elections, but it can still make to the record books if the remaining 44 candidates continue in the contest. The last date for withdrawal of nominations is April 28th, and there are a total of 20 independent candidates now in the poll fray, along with 19 from state parties or smaller outfits and 5 from national parties.